friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and with everything coming to the game, I just gotta say how excited I am for the newest addition to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, Jedi Master Kenobi. He looks dope. I'm very excited for him. But as I've been looking at these requirements, while I've been looking at these things that we need for this new Kenobi, this new Galactic Legend. So the question is now the right time for Capital Games to give us this Mace Windu rework? And the answer is a resounding yes. Now is the perfect time for Capital Games to give us the rework that players have been asking for nearly half a decade. I was looking at Reddit today, and I want to show you this. This is absolutely hilarious. This is nearly 5 years of people asking for a Mace Windu rework and speculating on a Mace Windu rework. This one is probably my favorite, though. Mace Windu after he gets his CG rework. Do you remember the time when Capital Games actually teased fans with a Mace Windu rework? It was around that holiday that no one really likes. Oh yeah, April Fools. Do you remember that?
Remember those sweet, warm New England summers? Remember sipping lemonade underneath a shady tree? Remember when you hit that pedestrian with your car at the crosswalk and then just drove away? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
So this image, this footage that you're seeing right now is actually the footage, the tease that was leaked in the April 1st, April Fool's Day data mine. And what's absolutely fascinating about this is it was just them trolling us, right? It was just them saying, oh, hey, this is the new Mace Windu. We know you guys look at the data mine, and here's all the information. But could it have been more than that? Could they have been, I don't know, trying to get us to be prepared for this actual rework of Mace Windu? And if so, I think it's very possible that we could be looking at the coming of this rework here in the next couple of days. Let's look just real quick at the kit that they did tease us with on April the 1st. So this was 2.5 months ago, right? I can't do math or tell time. You've got the Ardent Dash, you've got Reckoning, Shatterpoint is unique, the Party's Over, a unique. No leadership ability, right? So this clearly isn't a solid kit. This isn't something that we're likely to see. In fact, this in and of itself is probably worse than the kit that we currently have. Mace Windu is so much more, so much better than that. Now, he's also better than this. This is his kit as it's shown on swgoh.gg. Invincible Assault, Smite, Vaapad, Shatterpoint. All amazing abilities in canon, but as they have been translated into Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, they are incredibly lackluster. Now, why? Why do I think that now is the time for Mace Windu to finally get his rework? I mean, it's been years, and if we haven't seen it yet, are we ever going to? I do think the answer to that question is yes. And as I've been doing the research on this to prepare for this video, I think that there is some very real clues to indicate that they are at least contemplating a rework for the Jedi Master. Now, first and foremost, why do I think that they're thinking of this? He needs one. He absolutely needs one. Now, at the end of last year, when they were talking about kind of 2020 and what they had accomplished and what they had done and kind of the trials and tribulations that the CG and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes went through, one of the things that they talked about was this tool that they spent the first half of 2020 working on and dedicating themselves towards, and it is meant to make their job easier. And one of the things they said in this post, it was towards the end of 2020, I believe it was like tail end of December. They said that 2021 will be dedicated to new characters, new kits, more content, and yes, a rework of existing characters and content, which means some of these characters that we have been asking for reworks for are going to be given some love. So first and foremost, they already have the tool to do it. Secondly, we've been asking for it for years. Now, like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, he did get a little tweak to his kit, but it was like minuscule, right? It was a really small one. And that's, that's fine. Those things happen from time to time. But like we've wanted it. Now, one of the other things that I was actually really interested in, and it was kind of interesting to see, Mace actually was hinted at. Like right here, we have this. Now, when the light side territory battle came out, Mace Windu was initially a character that was set to be part of the event, but they took him out. Now, if you jump over to the actual post, if you bring this up and you kind of look at it full force, right? It says the light side version of this event will feature difficult missions with iconic Republic characters such as General Anakin Skywalker, General Kenobi, and Mace Windu. That was sent out November 19, 2019. Then, November 19, 2019, shortly after, this is like 55 minutes after the original post, the Mace Windu was taken out. Now, this was like fascinating. I was like, what? That's insane. Why did they take him out? I found the reason. Now, the reason, again, is right here over on the forums. This is copied and pasted onto Reddit. But SB Crumb pointed out, he's like, look, the truth is never as exciting as the speculation, because people were freaking out. People thought they pulled the Mace Windu thing and said, they're doing this to like make money. They're doing this to make us panic farm, whatever. And he says, look, he was originally part of one of the special missions, but was removed. Why? Now, this is my interpretation. He sucked. They're not going to say that. Mace isn't getting an update, so don't panic gear or upgrade him in hopes that he's getting a new rework kit. I hope this lays any confusion to rest. So this was a little over 2 years ago. Introduce Galactic Legends. Introduce these new amazing characters, and all of a sudden, he's needed for a Jedi Master Kenobi. Mace Windu, the Vaapad Master, is going to be one of the many characters needed for this new Galactic Legend. Now, while they haven't necessarily given us reworks for characters who have sucked, but were nevertheless needed for a Galactic Legend, none of them have been Mace. And none of them have had really other, like needs or requirements, or they've all been like kind of useless characters. But Mace is a ship captain, right? Mace is this fleet commander, and Mace's ship also sucks. So I think that it's possible, because we know that they're going to be spending some time in the future effort into reworking ships. It makes sense to give us a reworked Mace Windu, maybe just a tweaked Mace Windu, so that his ship can also be a little more powerful. And so giving us a Jedi Master Mace Windu, or giving us a Mace Windu rework, and then forcing us to gear him to gear 13 and then relic him to relic 3 makes sense, to make some small tweaks and adjustments so that his ship is also better. So that when more ships are added to the game, he is a character that can be used and utilized. Now, the third reason why I think that it's very possible that a Mace Windu rework could be coming, and could be coming soon, is the idea of vertical integration. When a company like Capital Games works for a company like Disney, Disney wants to make as much money from these products as they possibly can. And we've seen examples of that with the Mandalorian, right? We as players wanted the Mandalorian in the game, we got it. But during the episodes when the Mandalorian was being launched, what did we also see? We saw ads for Disney Plus. Now, Star Wars, swgoh doesn't typically give us ads outside of in-game stuff, and they've been doing the in-game stuff a lot. But one of the things that I think that they could be doing is Mace Windu is going to be playing a very big role here in the next little bit, canonically for Star Wars. First and foremost, we have the first book, Star Wars Shatterpoint. This is the first book in what's called the Essential Legends material. Now, the Essential Legends material is just Disney's way of saying, hey, we have these old books that people loved. We're going to re-release them in kind of a different format, and we're going to make some more money off of them, right? They've chosen a handful of books. Mace Windu's book, Shatterpoint, or Shatterpoint, which is a book that features Mace Windu as the main character, is the first book in this focus. People are going to be reading about it, so why not bring Mace Windu as a connection? Now, personally, I think they're doing that, one, to make more money, but two, the Book of Boba Fett, which launches in December, just wrapped up principal photography and is set to launch December 16th, I think. But it is rumored that it's going to have flashbacks. Flashbacks could include things like a Mace Windu scene where Boba picks up the head of his dad, who's been cut off by Mace Windu. We still don't know who rescued Grogu from the Jedi Temple. It could have been Anakin. It could have been anybody. But the idea is it could also have been Mace Windu. We know that Mace fell out of a tower being kicked out by Force lightning. He had his arm cut off or his hand cut off. But Jedi fall from high places all the time. Jedi get their hands cut off all the time. That being said, the idea of vertical integration is getting Mace Windu connected with all of these different properties, getting people hyped up about it, and then selling a product. Now, the fourth thing that I think is absolutely important, the devs want Mace as well. One of the things that it's really important not to forget is the devs are gamers too. The devs play this game too. Now, one of the things, as I think I mentioned this, but one of the things that got me to record this video in the first place was the fact that I was scrolling through the internet and someone said, and it was a chat or something, that Book of Fett has confirmed that Mace Windu would be coming to the game, or Mace Windu's rework would be coming to the game. And I was like, okay, what? That's interesting. That's absolutely fascinating. Let me look more into that. Now, what Book of Fett said was in the SWGOH events, and one of the things that they were speculating on and just kind of just talking about was what reworks would they as developers like to see. Now, when they said, when the person said, oh, he's confirmed, it wasn't that they were saying he confirmed it. It was tongue-in-cheek, I think. And they asked Doja, they said, well, who would you like to see reworked? And he said, Kanan or Ayla Secura or Mace, if for no other reason to get people to stop asking about it. Now, again, yes, that's tongue-in-cheek. He's saying, hey, like, this is something that people are asking about, constantly asking about, to the point where they're tired of answering questions, right? Now, will we see a Mace Windu work because of that? Not necessarily, right? But it means that it's at the front of their minds. It means that it's something they're discussing. Now, one last thing that I want to point out, and I absolutely love this. Samuel L. Jackson, Mace Windu himself, if you go to his Instagram, he's awesome, right? If you like Samuel L. Jackson, you'll love his Instagram. But recently has been pointing out, has been wearing these Mace Windu shirts. So this one was 2 days ago. This one was 5 days ago. None of this. This one was, let's see, a week ago. Like, it's now again, he's promoting some of this stuff. He's got the Hitman's wife's bodyguard is coming out soon, so he's doing some cross promotion. This one was the one that made me think that he could still be. This was done on, I believe, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. This is Mace Windu with his lightsaber. This is, I mean, again, this is just one reason why I think, I mean, Samuel L. Jackson's not done with this. Neither Samuel L. Jackson nor George Lucas think that Mace Windu is dead. So if the maker doesn't think he's dead, he's not dead. If they're going to bring him back in some glorious, awesome way, could he show up in the Bad Batch? I don't know. Could he rescue Grogu? I don't know. These are just my thoughts. These are just the things that I'm thinking of. This is a super long video, but I think a Mace Windu rework is coming, and these are the reasons for it. Now, what do you think? Am I crazy? Am I crazier than normal? Does any of this make sense to anyone who's not me? If it does, leave a comment in the section below. Let me know. If you are so interested, click on the Going Nerdy swag store in the link below and get yourself a Mace Lives t-shirt. It's awesome. I love it. Now, additionally, in the section below, you can always check out, if you're interested in listening to the audiobook Shatterpoint, it's phenomenal, guys. It is hands down one of my favorite Legends books, and I'm very excited to reread it. Check out the link below for Audible. 1 month of free trial. You get 1 book. Audible, for you don't pay a dime, but every time you sign up, you get it. You help the channel. It's awesome. Links in the section below to my Discord. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Like, subscribe, share, and as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.